Have you ever wondered about the colorful algal blooms in the Red Sea? Well, today we're diving into the waters to explore this intriguing marine phenomenon. Algal blooms, in essence, are rapid increases in the population of algae in an aquatic system. Imagine it as a flash mob of tiny, microscopic organisms painting the sea with vibrant hues. Now you might ask, what triggers this sudden explosion of life? The answer lies in a delicate balance of sunlight, temperature, and nutrients. Algae, like any other plant, need sunlight for photosynthesis. The warm temperatures of the Red Sea provide the ideal conditions for their growth. But it's the nutrients in the water, particularly phosphorus and nitrogen, that really kickstart this algae party. These elements, seemingly mundane, come together in a complex dance of nature, choreographed by the rhythms of the sea and the sun. So these factors come together to create the stunning yet complex phenomenon of algal blooms. Now, you might be wondering, what's the science behind these vibrant algal blooms? Algae, like all plants, perform photosynthesis, converting sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into oxygen and glucose. This process powers their growth. However, algae also need a cocktail of nutrients to thrive, including nitrogen and phosphorus. These nutrients are naturally found in the sea, but their concentrations are usually low. Now, what happens when there is an excess of nutrients, a phenomenon called eutrophication? Well, it's like a feast for the algae. They multiply rapidly, creating what we call an algal bloom. These blooms can be spectacular, painting the sea in vibrant hues of green, red, or yellow. Yet this explosion of growth isn't without consequence. If the bloom is too large, it can deplete the water's oxygen when the algae die and decompose, which can cause problems for other marine life. Understanding this process helps us appreciate the complexity and beauty of these algal blooms. But what does this mean for the marine life in the Red Sea? Well, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. On the upside, algal blooms act as an all-you-can-eat buffet for many marine creatures. Tiny organisms like zooplankton feast on algae and in turn become a food source for larger species, creating a thriving food chain. However, it's not all roses. If these blooms grow out of control, they can create a phenomenon known as hypoxia. This is where the plot thickens. When algae die and decompose, they suck oxygen out of the water, leaving very little for other marine life. This can cause a devastating domino effect, leading to large-scale marine mortality events known as dead zones. From providing a feast to potentially causing a famine, algal blooms certainly have a profound impact on marine life. Algal blooms, therefore, play a complex role in the marine ecosystem. So what's the bigger picture? What is the ecological significance of these algal blooms? Algal blooms, these vibrant, colorful events, are more than just a stunning visual display. They are a significant contributor to the overall health and diversity of the marine ecosystem. You see, algae serve as a primary food source for a wide array of marine creatures, from tiny plankton to massive whales. When an algal bloom occurs, it boosts the food chain, supporting a thriving and diverse marine life. But beyond being a buffet for sea creatures, algal blooms also play a role as environmental sentinels. They can often be the first indicator of environmental changes or problems. A sudden or unusual bloom could signal changes in water temperature, nutrient levels, or even pollution. In essence, algal blooms are not just a beautiful spectacle, but also a key player in the intricate ballet of marine ecology. They are the threads that weave the complex tapestry of life beneath the waves.